That's right. It's that time again. Big Mo's in the house. He's on the hot seat. He's looking at me with a smile.
What it do? What it do?
Yeah, you know, what are we going to do here? You know, it's like in the hot seat with myself in the up close and personal. We've been bringing this to you every week, every other week. Get to know our BDJs and who they are, where they came from, and why they're here, and a little bit about them, so you can hear the skinny on what they're all about. I'm gonna dig in deep, Mo, and where you played with your airplanes or whatever you did. You know what I mean? Your cars, you know, because you know we'll just hit everything. But for now, I'm gonna let you talk about yourself. How about from 5 to 12 years old, like I do everybody else, and tell us what you did, where you grew up at, a little bit about yourself. Give me some time to share this out to everybody, okay?
All right, I got you. Well, 5 to 12, what I was doing was being a little badass kid, I guess. Little mocosito. My mom played a lot of different music, a lot of Freddie Fender. So I was always into music with my mom. I went to school at Fairmont, I think. Fairmont, yeah. And I just, me and my brother, grew up with my brother, my cousins, took trips to the valley sometimes. That's why I learned all my cumbia music, and all my New Mexico music was from my family in San Luis. My tia Esther, rest her soul, used to make me cumbia with her all the time. So I learned all that stuff. About 11 years old, I really started getting into music. I was trying to learn to play the piano actually at about 11, and then when I turned 12, my brother's dad used to have like friends come over like on the weekends and stuff, and they'd be downstairs in the basement of my mom's house, and they had a record player and stuff down there, and I'd go down there to be nosy, you know, the kid wants to see what all the grown-ups are doing. Maybe, you know, drinking some Coors beer down there and stuff, and they'd be like, Hito, put that one record on, that one record. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I could be able to figure out what they wanted. Santana was at war, you know, obviously that was the early 80s, you know, so they'd give me a couple, you know, little change, couple, you know, $1 here and there, and I'd come out with like $5-6 first time. So I was like, what happened if I buy my own records and go put the records on for them? I bet you they'll give me more money. So that's kind of how it started. So next week I went to Lamode's on 6th and Santa Fe right there in the hood, and bought some 45s, bought a couple songs that I knew they would like, and lo and behold, there it went. That weekend, I couldn't wait for the weekend to come. I was in school, I couldn't wait, kept looking at my records, and the weekend came, and I went till they came, went downstairs, just like I always did, but this time I came my records, and right away my Uncle Benny's like, hey, what do you got there? I was like, oh, I got some records. Well, let's hear your records. So had some Santana. I'll never forget. It was Santana, Muddy Waters. I always liked Muddy Waters. I'd always do remix stuff with that. And one more record I had, Earth, Wind and Fire. Yeah, so put my records on, and then they started putting songs on for them. They gave me no change. I came out of the basement like $25. It's like 26. It was like the 25 and change, and that was a lot of money back then, 1983, 1984, you know. And that's me into about 12.
It's good. You know, you give me a little time to get this shared out to everybody.
Amen.
That's how your DJ life started. And, you know, being a DJ is not easy. I mean, it gets really sophisticated and stuff, Mo. And you've been around the DJ field for a long time, and even you have 303 DJs on your hat. Tell us a little bit about 303 DJs. Well,
back again, I got my first gig when I turned 14. I made $12 to go play. That's all the guy had. He had a house party. I got $12. I don't have nothing. I was like, I'll do it. So I had my mom give me a ride with my records and my turntables over to this party. And to this day, I still have one of the dollar bills that he gave me, and I have it up on my wall. And it reminds me, you know, that it's not always about the money. I mean, yeah, it's nice when you get paid, but sometimes some other things are satisfying also.
Yeah, it's funny how we talk about DJing, and back in the day, you'd haul all your records with you, your 45s, your
albums, my
your
friends.
albums and
Oh my
everything.
God!
Do you have this one? You'd be over there. You'd have them all categorized and. Where's it at? Damn,
And I hate it. People are like, what kind of what do you got? I go, what do you want to hear? Just let me look. I hate it because they pull out records like, oh, I want to hear this one. I want to hear that one. I go, you messed my order up. They're all in. I know where everything was. And then my friends, like, well, especially like my friend Denise, my homegirl, she like always come with me to all the parties, and she's like, you just have me around because I'm strong. I can carry your crates. I had figure for a 4-hour party, I'd have like I'd bring 8 records crates, and the crates are probably 3.5 feet long. The Apples,
and heavy as hell.
The Apples tapes and records. Remember that one? I used to have those crates.
Peaches tapes and
Peaches.
records.
There you go, Peaches. And I used to have like 3 of those crates or 4 of those crates full of flipping records. And you only play. You figure average back then the song was like 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. Compared now it's like 2.5, 3 minutes. So you figure in 4 hours you only played probably 20 records out of 3 or 4 crates that you brought.
Now, as you did all this, you also did the turntables. What kind of turntables? Everybody used to use Techniques.
I still use Techniques, but I use Mark IIIs now. I started with the original 1200s and the stock needles. I always use Technique needles with the Shure needles. I always have and always still do.
They're so durable.
Boom, yep, right there's a picture of it. Yeah, there it is, bam. Yeah, so I always use them ones are way modded now. They're my favorite ones. Just nothing beats a Technique. I'm sure there's other turntables out there that are good.
Plus, what you plug into now, your audio has a big bearing on how the music sounds. I mean, you could be on some audio that just does a disservice to it.
Oh yeah.
Come on, let's talk about the audio. What do you use for the audio? Let's say you're going to do a medium-sized venue. What do you bring in terms of bass bins, mids, highs?
Well, right now I'm on QSC. I was on PV for years. PV was I still love PV, but I'm all powered. I have powered speakers and stuff, so I use QSC now, and it's amazing. The sound is just, not to take nothing from PV, because PV's amazing also, but just, I heard the QSC sound, and I was just like, I love them. I use a preamp mixer. I always use a mixer, that way you have more than one way in. Some of the equipment though, like the Tractor Z2, it's analog and digital at the same time. So when I use that out, it's its own mixer. So
he's talking DJ stuff.
Yeah,
man, come on. Well, you don't even know. I mean, we're going to dig into his personal stuff. So hang in there because we're going to come around to him. Right now, we're talking DJ stuff. So
he's just getting me all loose.
Yeah,
smart man.
If you just joined us, you're listening to DJ Big Mo here in the studios, KUHS. He's a VDJ, which stands for Video DJ, which means you do video also off some of that. You showed me some software that you plug in and you can use up on the screens all the video.
Yeah, well, I've had Tractor since it first came out. Diehard Tractor head. Yeah, Jesse James. I love Tractor. You know that, my boy DJ Jesse James. But the weird part about it is that Tractor sticks to sound, unlike Serato. Serato decided to go out for video, which is fine. Just personal preference. So when I do video, I use a virtual DJ. It's an amazing program, well written. I've played live with it one time because something happened with my Tractor file was corrupt, but it's amazing.
Big shout out to Mr. Quintana, Mr. Q. He's in Las Vegas right now, but he's patched in. Watching things go on. London, I thought I seen London come up there. So Peter Hatton out in London, and so or somebody else besides Peter Hatton, maybe somebody else.
Peter was the first one that gave me a congratulations when I first got my first 1,100 people member.
Yeah,
I was all excited. My first show had 1,100 people. I was like, yes.
We were talking about this today with one of the other dudes that does a podcast, a live podcast, and it's encoded, and then we send it up to him. But we were talking about how many people we've accumulated, as you stick around, just like a DJ. As you build and get your reputation out there, they may go to that DJ, but like when they say, oh, Big Mo, oh, you got Big Mo. It's like, you have a reputation now. How did you develop that reputation? And over how many years?
Oh.
Jesus.
I've been DJing for like 34 years.
Did you hear that? 34 years DJ.
I have friends that
in high DJs. Places.
Wow.
And we'll talk about that too.
That too. Well, my boy DJ Ricky O's been DJing 36 years. He started a couple years before I did. But the movie Ray. Did you see the movie Ray?
Yeah.
So there's a part where the girl goes, "Oh, he goes, how'd you like my show? He goes, oh, it sounded fine. If you want to sound like this person, that person, I wonder what Ray Charles sounds like. So when I was young, we didn't have, obviously, dating myself, we didn't have internet and all this stuff. So we used to emulate the record. So Mr. Mix scratch, DJ Magic Mike scratch, like you emulated those things and incorporated into your set. And after so many years, I'm just like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and be me, you know. And then, you can't build nothing up unless you start at the bottom. So if I was to fail, I'd have been like, all right. But I was lucky. I was well received when I just started doing my own style of mashup mixing. And then and me and my small world, you know, trying to be different, and it just evolved into 303 DJs, what it is now.
And it's really nice to hear what 303 DJs has done. And, you know, you build this persona also. You build this reputation. You build this character. You build this...
Oh, I'm a character, all right?
Yeah. Well, you do. You build this, and you become a familiarity to a lot of the community out there and wherever you go. And they get to know you real well. And before you know it, you've got a personality that is big. Everybody knows you. So it's just like a band member or somebody plays who's the singer in a big band. Oh, they look at them. Oh, yeah. You develop that. Now, here's another issue that goes on with these DJs. We're going to dig into his stuff.
Oh, here we go. I knew it was coming. I seen the shovel. I seen it.
People come around you. Ladies come around you. Gals, girls. Who was your first girlfriend when you were DJing? Can I ask? Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to kind of dig in there.
Let's see.
Look at it. Let me see.
I'm just trying to see how far I was.
You could be careful.
I think I used to no. I used to be with Donna Salazar. I think that was my. I was already DJing, but I didn't get like to the bars. Like I was, my friends would go hang out at the bars and be like, pick some music. So one day, my friend Anthony owned Altitudes on Colfax, and he's like, just play already. My homeboy Ruben. I used to be with this girl named Donna Salazar. We're still friends to this day. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a good friend of mine.
Nice. So that was your first actual gal come around you while you're DJing.
Well, yeah, it was my first girlfriend. Yeah.
Now, has this ever happened to you?
As a DJ, but yeah.
Okay, you build this big personality up. You're Big Mo, whatever. Have you ever had this problem? Two girls, one on one side, one on the other side, and they're like eyeballing each other and say, he's mine. If they're coming in between you and you like...
That's when your mix gets really intricate and you got to put your head down into your booth and you're just doing 1 minute slam mixes. Just waiting for the waitress to come by and bring me another drink. I need a drink. No, it's flattering. It is flattering. But again, another good friend of mine, she was, what do you call what's that proper? I'm trying to be proper here. They're not strippers. There's another word for it.
It's your game here, dude.
Entertainers, I'm not sure.
Now,
excuse me, not being politically
If you're
correct.
listening in, make sure to take notes.
Yeah. The hate mail's gonna be coming, ladies. I love strippers. You guys are great. I have plenty of friends. But one of my friends, she was all disgusted one night. We were going to eat after off work. I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "These people don't get it. When you're on stage, you're dancing around. You're this person." But as soon as the lights stop and my clothes go back on, she goes, I don't like wearing them damn high heels and have my hair all. So I have a ponytail and sweats, no makeup when I'm at home. And that's kind of the same way for a DJ. Like, for me, other DJs are different. But for me, when the lights go off, I usually don't go to big parties, the after parties and all this stuff. My boy Jesse's like, just go at this. So, but I don't. It's just not my thing, I'd rather spend quiet moments talking one-on-one with people. That's why I don't like DJing in huge clubs anymore, because they put you way up there in this room up there and you're looking down at the people and they're having a good time, but the point is you can't feed off their energy.
And that's a big thing. We're going to do a big shout out to Dubois on the other side of the world, the Civic Center, a couple of people from New York City listening in, Quebec up in Canada, and a few other areas like that. So listening to this show, see what's going on. So it's nice to have all this. You and I like to look at these feeds. It's interesting to see the value that you get out of where they're logging in, how fast they log in and out, and
where they're from.
And you lose some, you win some, and the jazz show has been really big. It holds it up. So right now we have a big audience listening to Big Mo. If you just joined us, big DJ here out of Denver, Colorado. BDJ, we call them, video DJs. That's the new acronym, I guess.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these DJs are now posting up all these nice videos behind them in the clubs and along with their work as they mix down. Now, one thing when you mix down, let's say you were doing an old school show with the old Earth, Wind and Fire's, Kool and the Gang, the horn type of bands. You put the beat in between and then you mix down. Do you ever go like that for the dancing?
Sometimes.
How do you get that?
I'll use a long intro because
just to get everybody up and
yeah. Most people want to dance when they dance to something familiar. That's we'll say the old school people. They want familiar, so they want old school. They know that stuff. You can't have a new old school song, even though you do have a Bruno Mars. A couple of his songs have that old school flavor, but the thing is, they want that sound. Some people like the EDM stuff I do. They're waiting for the newest stuff that they don't know. They haven't heard it yet. So the two worlds I DJ in. So my 303 DJs, then my That Sick family. I'm part of That Sick. I get to play EDM when I played the church. I played Funky Buddha. I've played City Hall. Now they renamed it something else, but that's a whole different, exactly opposite of what you're just talking about.
And let's talk about your show. Okay, you have a show here on KUHS on Tuesdays, and it's a really awesome, just like what Mo was saying right now. He goes from otra vez, which is some quality Mexican music of all variables, and then he flips it over completely 360 degrees to EDM. Some electronic dance music, and some of it is really mixed out nice. Tell us about that show. Okay, so you come in here, you kind of gauge it out. You said, today I'm going to go old school Mexican music, then I'm going to flip it a little bit, go to some reggaeton, and then back to old school, or do you just keep it all old school? How do you do that? Because I've listened to
you ever pulled up to McDonald's drive-thru and you know what you want, but then all of a sudden you go, oh, I see that, I want that. It's
the cherry pie.
Yeah. Now you're putting me out there, my cherry. I come in to my show with my little bag of my cherry pie. I usually bring that up, but it's I don't have I've never had a set list like some DJs are like, I'm playing this. Even when I play at the big clubs, I don't do that. I have the hits I want to play, but I just because prime story. Hazel Miller. Remember I met Hazel Miller through you.
Yeah, you did a thing up there.
Okay, well, I played for him first at the Field House. And it was mostly Motown. It was a great night. It was amazing. Her and Renee sang for me while I was drinking. Let's get that part right. They didn't drink, I did. But they sang for me, and it was amazing. So I ended up closing the show at Buffalo Rose for her. But I had some hits I wanted to play, but I thought I was going to stick to Motown. Once I got there, the whole crowd was different. So I had to switch up on the fly. So basically what I'm saying is if I would have been planning to play this music, it wouldn't have went over well.
At all, because you're ready to flip over with your client.
You gotta be flexible. I tell any other DJs I ever talk to and talk about DJ stuff, it's being flexible. When I was young, you wanted it wasn't called old school, it was hip hop at the time or break dance or whatever. You wanted that, you went to that DJ. You wanted a rock party, you went to the rock DJ. Me, I'm like, well, if I have this record and that record and them records, I could play all them shows, and you know what I mean? I'd never be without a gig. So that's how I started being like out there.
Okay, so then on the same show, you ended at 4, then from 4 to 5, you flip it, 360 EDM, and then we watch how it works up here on.
It goes. EDM is definitely different. That's EDM is the blanket or the umbrella saying for electronic dance music. There's so many genres. I'm still learning. I haven't been playing it for years, but there's still always something like there's like grunge bass and there's jungle terror. There's just so much out there.
All the variables.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. It's big. EDM is big. And if you go to some of these events, and you went to one in Vegas.
Oh, EDC, that was amazing.
Tell us about EDC. What's the value in that big, giant event? The value is huge.
As a DJ, watching other DJs do what they do, taking you on a trip, you know what I mean? I try to do that at every show that I do, take you on a little trip, but these guys master the craft. It was just, It was sitting there just watching.
Along with the lighting. The lighting's like off the hook.
But it's all choreographed. It's the money, not even the money, but the equipment they have is top notch. But the personnel running that equipment are top notch. That they're called EDC, who puts it on. I can't think of their name.
It's massive. Too.
Oh, it's like 5 Red Rocks in one place.
Yes, it's massive. Red Rocks has one up there too for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, they have a what is it? Global Dub or
Global Dub, and then the one that just happened where they were going to have it at the Brewville Event Center, and all of a sudden they couldn't do it.
Oh, that's
odd.
right. Yeah.
That was really odd.
Yeah, especially for
Brewville. There is something I think I think between the 2 big corporate companies that promote, I think there was a problem with that.
Yeah,
those 2, because there's AEG, and then there was the one who was bringing them.
Yeah, sometimes it's an Insomniac. That's who puts on EDC.
Yeah.
But sometimes it does become a little pissing match.
Yeah.
It's just like when you have a bunch of DJs that aren't like don't know each other, but they're all playing. You're supposed to play your set. Like the opening DJ warms the crowd up. The middle DJ keeps them going. But sometimes you get some DJs who don't play their time slot, which you get the middle DJ starts just dropping all the bombs on them, and they're just like. Because it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to hold back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes it is.
And then so this show, you put it together. It's you've been here a long time. You're over 2 years here.
Over 2 years. Yeah.
2 years, and it's you've watched the stream. We didn't have it like this. We were waiting for me to find something like this, and I finally found this.
Amen.
They rewrote it, and it used to be called Feedit, where we could watch the feed that come into our studio and back out. Now this one's called Live Traffic Feed, and you have to log in. It's real secure. You can't get it no other way unless you log in. But you can see where the variables are at all over the world.
Yeah.
And everybody says, well, how do you know? Well, let me show you.
Yeah. I always take a picture of the map, and I always post it in like worldwide. Like, how do you know you're worldwide? How do you know? Well, that's how you know. It tells you.
It's right there.
But sometimes it's a little overwhelming too, because you think like you're just one person. And
in one spot, not talking to nobody.
Yeah, in the studio, but you still reaching out to all these people. So I think in my head, like I look at the screen, I'm like, I wonder what it's like where they're at in
Dubai.
Yeah,
Dubai.
exactly.
Jesus,
oh my God, I'd love to go DJ out there.
Now check this out. This is interesting. Okay, you and I kind of go back a while.
Yeah.
Now the technological move that has happened to DJs, to radio, to broadcasting, everything.
Leaps and bounds.
Yeah, and then when you come in, you'll bring an iPad, and you mix off of digital.
Yeah, I digitally DJ.
Yeah,
it's
still like you're not. I mean, you're still doing it, but it's like we're in this whole upper.
Yeah.
Touch screen kind of.
Well, it's just like my turntables when that picture pops up again. If you see my my MacBook Air's in the middle. Just time code vinyl. The time code tells the computer what to do versus instead of the jog wheels on your controller. It's the same kind of thing, There's so much equipment out there, so much amazing stuff. But like I said, I'm a native instruments guy. I love Tractor. I loved everything they've done about it.
Do you remember Lamode's on 6th Avenue?
I buy my 45s from there. I was just talking about
That's
my story.
Fran Zuniga just threw that up.
Yep,
remember
Lamode's.
Lamode's?
45s. Buy my 45s from Lamode's on 6th and Santa Fe.
45s used to cost back then.
$1.89.
$1.89.
And then we used to go to Woolworths downtown. I'd buy my albums there at Woolworths.
Yeah, I used to always shoplift there. I mean, shop there.
A friend of mine did get caught there. I don't know whose records those were, but it wasn't my idea. I think they have a statute of limitations.
It is. No, here they come. Who's that?
Here comes the vinyl police.
I'm gonna get deported.
They say back to the yellow projects.
Yeah, I wish they would deport me so I can get a free
free ride back to Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm on my way. Wow, that'd be insane.
Okay, so tell us about. You've done a lot of. I mean, I see you up in the mountains doing the EDM thing.
Oh, well, yeah.
Massive kind of a deal. Where
it's coming up again. We do a 3-day fan appreciation with my That Sick family. I'm part of That Sick. We put on shows and events. It's still a business per se. Like we do a lot of stuff. Like they do boxing matches. The DJ, just all versatile DJs. My homie Bobby, Tiggs, the founder. Bobby, the CEO. We do events. We do fundraisers, benefits. It's it's a family thing.
All of us
come together. Yeah. But we have a 3-day rave coming up. It's the first weekend.
The raves are really sick. They're fun, man. Yeah.
August, it'll be August 2nd and 3rd. Rainbow Trout Falls outside of Colorado Springs. It's no cost. We ask for donation because we do pay for lasers, and we'll be out there with Mike with Surreal Lasers again. It'll be Thursday night, like it'll be a Mountain Light Thursday, but Friday night it goes from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Friday, Saturday. Thursdays give and take, but
so bring your own elk.
Bring your. It's a camping thing. If you're coming, don't bring 2 packets of ramen noodles and a blanket. You're gonna need a tent. Some.
And you see that too.
Well, actually, it's happened. Yeah. So before we'd be out there, and all of a sudden we're cooking these meals, and everyone looking at us all hungry. I'm like, oh man, what's up? We ran out of ramen noodles 2 days ago. I'm like, this is the 3rd day. All you brought was 2 packs of ramen noodles. Well, we didn't think about it. Well, King Super's is down the mountain, bro. We didn't bring no money. I go, here, have a sandwich.
Yeah, a sandwich. 2 pieces of bread slammed together.
Hey, it's more than the ramen noodles they would have got.
Yeah.
An air sandwich.
Hey, now you've done a lot of these nightclubs and stuff. So, which would you say is the most comfortable type of nightclub you like to function in?
Like where I'm at now in our place, like that type. You get to know the people. You get to. What's it called? It's like I don't want to say close knit, but it's like Cheers. Like everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Like this person will come in with their friends. Okay, let me introduce you. Like it's close knit. It's still a lot of people. There's still people always come in the bars that you don't know, but it's just the vibe is hot. It's everyone knows what kind of music I throw down. They know that if you want to hear something, I might or might not play it.
Okay, let's say you're single, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while you were single, do you ever see out there in the crowd ladies following you from club to club or wherever you go?
No comment.
I tried to sneak that one in.
He did. I said, I thought I recognized him. No, I was kidding. No, I have a lot of friends that do. Thank God, that they do follow me for years. I have some people have been coming wherever I'm at, and they come across town and
they come here.
Yeah,
your
to come and play. Yeah, and I'm just like, it's a humbling that it's just like you guys listening right now. You could be anywhere. You could be listening to anything. You listen to your significant other complain about the bills or this or that. But no, you're listening to us here at KUHS, and it's just so amazing how it comes together.
And if you just joined us, you're listening to Big Mo and an up close and personal interview. I mean, we never get to tell you who's in the in our DJ setups. It's just they do their music, they talk, their personalities. But you want to hear
some of us don't talk that much.
Yeah, so you want to hear up close and personal.
When I first started, man, I was like, he's like, it's not a snake. Are you sure? Bite me? Yeah, he goes, just talk. But hey, now he can't get me to shut up. I become like other people. ¿Qué quieres decir? ¿Qué pasó?
And you do speak in Spanish on your show, one of your shows.
Well, it's
not
Spanglish.
Not a lot, that's enough, but that's cool.
It is.
That's your personality.
Yeah, it's the Spanglish. And the thing is so it's like my mom. It's when she gets mad, the more Spanish she would talk. Me, I get nervous, I talk more English. So this is how it runs like that.
And it's slick, because Big Mo has a show on Tuesdays from starting at 2 o'clock and going until 5 o'clock. He does Otra Vez, and then he goes in the basement with the EDM show. It's really nice. You want to check it out. It's every Tuesday, so that's
it's pretty interesting. It's fun. If you believe me, it's like Colorado weather. If you don't like what's playing, stick around. I know you will.
Now, there's been time. Okay, you've gone through all these different variables. Now, did you get married?
I've been married, but I'm divorced. But my ex-wife is my best friend.
How he floated through that.
No, but me and my ex-wife are actually very close. She's not my best friend, but she's in my top 10.
Top 10. There's 10 of them.
Yeah, 10 people I love in this world. The rest are, I'm just kidding.
Ways out.
Ways out. You guys in Dubai? No, I'm just kidding.
You haven't heard that in a while.
Uh-oh. Doom, there goes my message. Did you hear that? Ding, ding, ding.
I pause for this station identification
and we'll
for 1 second.
Bitched out real quick.
We're being brought to you by Trojan Condoms.
the ones you could tie a knot in, right? In case you don't.
The little ones?
Yeah.
Yes.
To make them little, and one size fits all.
Those are Danny's.
Well, the Love Doctor.
Yeah, the Love Doctor uses the tiny ones.
Well, you know, hey, sometimes you gotta put a knot in it. Sometimes you gotta put a sock on it.
And
who am I to
use a
judge?
clothespin too.
Oh, on which side though? De abajo de arriba.
De abajo.
This guy, man.
You're listening to Up Close and Personal. Of course, we're getting up close and personal. So, you know, yeah.
Woo, I'm sweating here.
So, you know, as you continue on, you know, Mo, it's like you've done some really fun things. You even went down to Tennessee, or where did you go? Florida? Where did you head up?
Well, we went to Georgia. Family visits. Yeah, to Georgia.
And
it was amazing. It was fun. It was, man, it's so different down there. And
I
got to call in though. Remember?
Yeah, you called. That's all I wanted to talk about. Yeah,
cool.
we had him call in and everything, give us an update on what was going on down there, and he did tell us about how it is down in Tennessee.
Man,
did I say that right?
That was Georgia.
Yeah.
We went to Tennessee. We went through there, but it was crazy because obviously you could tell we're not from there.
How can you tell?
Well, I'm looking around, where the hell's the bathroom? That's the first thing, you know, they're like, oh, these guys are from here. But the people were so nice, like, especially all the restaurants we went to, because, you know, obviously I likes to eat. So they went down there, and they were like, oh, you ain't been here before, here, sample this. Like, and then we're coming back, the second time we're coming back, and I was like, I want Kansas City barbecue. Now, here's something I did not know. That Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, obviously are on across the river, but I didn't know that the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium was in Kansas City, Missouri. I thought it was in Kansas City, Kansas. I never knew. I never been there. I had no reason to go that way. I stay here in the mountains where I'm safe from the floods and stuff. But
yeah, it's gonna be flooding because there's so much snow in the mountains. You know?
Hey, you know, at least we won't have fire ban this year. That's cool. We can have a fire up there. But yeah, so anyway, we stopped. So I got on Yelp. It's crazy. Got on Yelp, and I was like, all these reviews, and I'm like, that's the one. And my girl at the time's like, what do you mean? She's like, I was like, that's it. She goes, it says connected to a gas station. Any place that's connected to a gas station has this many positive stuff, it has to be good. Yeah. Went down there and the food was amazing.
It's almost like that little place up north here that you travel up I-25, something corner.
Oh yeah, yeah, off the highway.
Yes. I got a gas station.
Yeah, and food. Oh, their pie's amazing.
Yeah.
I drive up there just for the pie.
Yeah.
I do. I go, hey, I want some pie.
It's the same kind of something corner.
Yeah.
Mike's Corner, something corner.
We have to Google.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's on the right. It's on the northbound side, and it's all everything's painted white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is it called? I love the pie. Matter of fact, I think I'm about to go there.
Let's go back after this.
We're gonna go out and take this on the road.
Yeah, so tell us more. Okay, now you've got all this DJ equipment now. Have you ever run into the problem you're loading your stuff up and you kind of spot somebody, you know, hanging around, and then have you ever lost any good equipment through theft?
No, I've been pretty lucky. I've had some other DJ friends that have lost a lot of stuff, but I've been lucky. What has happened to me though once is I was loading out to do a wedding in Brighton. Yeah, and there was these sliding doors, and I put my stuff on the other side. Well, the staff was coming through with carts, knocked my DJ bag in front of the doors. They took the doors and slammed them shut and smashed my MacBook Pro.
Oh,
and just, I mean, it was wrecked. I couldn't even.
It's over.
It was boring. I couldn't play. My music and everything was on there, and they had to call another DJ to come in. It was horrible. And then I have a clause in my thing that in my contract that you're in charge of paying for that. So the people got mad because I couldn't play. Well, what are you supposed to do? Your people, you're still your subsidiary employees. Destroyed my stuff. It was on videotape.
Yeah,
they
so you did. That's why you did that.
So, but I was being cool. Like, all right, I'm going to build a new computer anyway. I could use the parts. Don't be such a jerk. I did take their deposit, and I wasn't giving it back. Well, they wanted to take me to court and sue me for the deposit. I go, I could sue you for this $1,000 MacBook Pro if you want. And then their lawyer called me, and I go, I'll send you a copy of the tape, and never heard from them again. But I wasn't trying to be a jerk.
It's just that those things.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not refunding your deposit, which is only like $350. I only charged like $7 for the event. But the point is that computer's worth more. So by being nice, no good deed goes unpunished. By being nice, they try to sue me.
How about this one?
Uh-oh.
You're DJing, right?
Mm-hmm.
those drunk people that always come up with they're barely holding their drinks and they're
Oh.
right near your equipment.
Do
How
you
do you
ever-
keep them away?
Bruce Lee. Yep, it is. And then, because I have, like, so I got this stand I got, and, like, I was, like, okay, keep it over there. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I go, you know how expensive this stuff is? Oh, I can afford it. You're wearing Kmart Pro Kid tennis shoes and Dollar Tree socks, and you can say you can afford my $1,000 controller? Yeah, right.
Because they're drinking.
Yeah.
They go,
And that's just it. Like, you know, I don't always consume alcohol beverages. Some nights I'll be sober, like, the whole time. And then I walk around with a glass, though, with Coca-Cola in it. And they'll be like, oh, we have it's Jack and Coke, because I drink Jack Daniels. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're drunk. Yeah, we're drunk. Cheers, we're drunk. And it's so different when you're not drunk.
Yeah, you can say.
And they're drunk, because then you got to like, all right, come on, Mo. When you're drunk, you're probably saying, hey, I love you, man. You know?
What about the female side of it? When they come up there and they're like throwing their
yeah, it's called the request with the boob rub. There's other boobs like, can you play my song?
and they're rubbing it all
Yeah,
over.
and they're chafing. But the funny part about it is the next day you'll see them in Walmart, and they'll be with their man and their 7 kids and their chopos, and their hair's all messed up. And then they see you coming, because I wear my 303 gear all the time, and they see you coming, and they're just put their head down like, oh my God, them beans are so important. They look at this bottom shelf stuff, looking around, trying to get away from you. I don't ever say that. I just walk by and just smile. You know what your woman was doing last night?
Yeah.
She was bumping, grinding with her own cousin. Or she said it was her cousin.
She said it was
Said they pulled up in 2 different cars, and his last name was not the same as hers. Oh my God! It takes a lot of people to make that.
And have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen a couple of fights?
I've seen girls fighting over the same guy. I've seen guys fighting over the same girl.
Jesus.
I've seen a lot.
Okay, what kind of music? How do you get it? Did you have to stop your music, keep the music going when fights break out? What do you do?
Some bar owners don't want you to stop the music because they think that no one's going to notice. but in some clubs, it's big and dark. You probably wouldn't. But I always drop my music down so my doorman, my security staff looks at me and say, no, something's going on. So if I spot it, I'll drop my music, and the music stopped. Most music don't stop. They look at me, and I point to where the problem is at the bathroom, and the security guys know where to go.
Yeah, they're ready to jump.
I try to help them out because, it's a hard job. I've done security, it's a hard job. People think it's easy, but DJing is a lot easier because being security or door staff, you meet people at their worst. It's just like being security or a cop. If you don't talk to door staff or don't talk security, that means you didn't do nothing wrong. Because they're not handing out blue stars. You did a good job tonight, being drunk. Here's your gold star.
You did a good
It
job.
means if you're talking to them, it means that, hey, I didn't mean to spill my drink on you. But you're not that tough, and you're poking him in the belly button. He's fucking 7 foot tall. I think my friend right here can take you. Henry can take you.
Hey, has this ever happened to you? Now, this is crazy. I mean, being a DJ is not easy sometimes. It's gotta go
You have to make all these people that you don't know happy.
And what's the worst event that you ever been to? And it was a big paying event, but it was the worst. It just was. Nobody was happy. Everybody's bitching. It just didn't go.
So I got a perfect one.
It like came right
Boom,
into your
right
mind.
to me. It's his wedding, and it sticks out in my mind because these two this guy and this girl have been high school sweethearts. They turned 21. They were finishing college. They wanted to get married after they got out of college. So they contacted me like, Mo, we've heard you play. You've done so much stuff. We love you play. I was like, sure. They're like, so I have this whole spiel. I want to do a wedding. What to do, what to play, what not to play, whatever. So anyway, we did the whole wedding. Everything was fine. So the groom comes up. He goes, hey, can you play one Tupac song so we could dance to you? I was like, sure. So I was like, in my head, no gangster music. So I picked, How Do You Want It? Excuse my singing, I don't sing very well. And How Does It Feel? And I start playing it. Well, both of the mother-in-laws come running up on the stage. Who the fuck told you to play this rap shit? You're fucking terrible. I ain't fucking gonna give you bad review on Yelp, all this shit. I'm like, you guys better get your moms before they get their feelings hurt up here. And the whole wedding stopped. And they walked up on the stage, and the groom tells them, we asked him for one song. This is our wedding, and you've been telling him to play your music the whole time.
For their wedding.
Yeah, for the young people's wedding. Both mother-in-laws. Okay, these kids paid for their own wedding.
Yeah.
The mother-in-laws didn't pay. They the ones who paid me.
They're just all.
They cashed the check, paid me cash in my hand out of their account. No one else paid for it. So what I'm saying is, it's like Burger King. They get it their way. They paid me. I'm working for them. But always the mother-in-laws or someone, an auntie goes, oh, you need to play this song because everyone's going to dance. No one wants to do the funky chicken. I mean, it's always someone trying to tell you what you need to do.
The funky chicken?
Yeah.
That's going too far. That's even younger than me.
Well, he was really funky back then. But it gets crazy, man. So finally the groom had to come up and tell him, hey, look, let's have our one damn song. And finally they stood up to him, and they were surprised because he never stood up to him. He was real quiet and meek, but that's their day, man. That's the only. Hopefully, you only get one marriage.
Like, man, you're just trying to do your thing. It's like,
oh
geez.
yeah, people always trying to tell you need to do this or the three cardinal sins. One, they come up. It's dark in there. You've got this bright ass iPhone 71 that's fucking as big as this, shove it in my face. You need to play this song next. I can't even see. I'm seeing stripes and stars and shit. And then or play my song because we're leaving.
Because we're leaving.
Yeah. Or what do you got that's good? Are you leaving?
Are you?
You're that one person that always just wants to tell you what. Or then you're trying to set up.
What about
a
groom or the dad or somebody wanting to fight you?
No, never had that one. No.
Nothing.
Nah, I'm pretty lucky about that.
It's just the women.
I've had a drunk aunt try to kidnap me when they stole the bride. They tried to steal the DJ. That was a true story. But I told her I couldn't.
Don't you think it's the women that start all the trouble? So you hear that, women?
No, actually, you know what it is that really is? It's emotions. Emotions start the trouble, whether it's a girl or a guy. And a lot of time is they'll be like, oh, she thinks she's all hot because her husband's not looking at nobody else. He should be looking at me. Or, oh, he thinks he's all tough because his chick's all fine. I'll take her. I mean, it's like, be happy with what you got. Be happy in your circle. You know what I mean? If you want that other person, go find you another person. Do what you need to do. Be right.
What you got to hear today is up close and personal with Big Mo Medina. One of the 303 DJs and also a BDJ here on KUHSdenver.com. We're going to continue these variables all the way through all the BDJs, and everybody's going to be interviewed, and we're going to do one by one by one. We got Rhonda Shea probably coming up next, either or Charlie Pacello, and they're all going to come up here, and I'm going to grill them.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
I'm going to grill them. We got a little bit out of him, but he was prepared. He like knew where to go with it.
I used to box, so I know when to protect me. God know when to hold him. Know when to hold him.
So don't forget, we're going to have some more fun with all the different BDJs. Give them 45 minutes, everybody, so you know who is here at KUHSdenver.com. And he has a fabulous show. It comes out on Tuesday between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. First out with Otra Vez, and then swinging at 360 to EDM music and In the Basement. Mo, is there anything you'd like to say? Big shout out to all your friends, your family, your carnals, your brothers, lovers, mothers, sons, your former roommates, your dog. Your
one
dog
time in
died.
band camp.
One of these times.
Hey, I just want to thank all you guys that listen to this wonderful station, and thank Henry because he gives us a platform to be heard from. Other radio stations that I've worked at, I've been part of, or been there. They give you a stack of music, stack of songs, and you need to mix this down, whatever. I come in, I tell him, hola, honey, I'm home, or something. He's like, hey. And I come in, I do what I do, and he don't ever, tell me what to play, what to do. He just, it's a breath of fresh air here. And thank you guys all for listening. Shout out to my That Sick family, my 303 family, Miss Parker, our manager. Couldn't do it without you guys.
And there you have it with Big Mo Medina, and we got to have a good time listening to what he's got to say and his life and how he started his life as a DJ and what he's doing here at KUHSdenver.com. We're really pleased, and it's a pleasure to have him here, and all the other ones that are involved here have made this station a top shelf station. All the other stations always watch to see what we're doing, and then you see them actually replicating it. Uh-oh.
Pager.
Go ahead and take that call. I want to hear it.
Ooh, I told you my story about that one. No, we ain't talking about that. Ooh. Because they might be listening. Feds watch.
He's not going to take that call.
Now we got to get some trap music.
So until next time, don't forget we'll have either Charlie Pacello here or Rhonda Shea. And Don't forget, there's a lot more to go. We've got a lot of people here at the station. We got Steve Stalzy. Well, we did Steve Stalzy. Steve Watts, he may be coming in and do a up close and personal. We also are going to try to do a long distance around the world up close and personal with Greg Rashid from Bangkok, Thailand, in a split screen Facebook Live interview. He's got a story to tell, boy, but he's permanently in Bangkok, Thailand for the rest of his life, is what he told me. And he broadcast as KUHS Denver.com out there. And it took a while to get into that country. They don't like media from the U.S. just coming in.
See, that's you, danger.
Danger.
Sorry about that.
So until next time, you got to hear all up close and personal with. I keep texting you.
He's warning you. This is a bad dude right here.
Until next time, it's Big Mo.
Keep it locked.
303 DJ. See y'all later.